Clipping. The element of reduction that is noticeable in blending is even more apparent in the process described as clipping. So we know that in blending we take two words and we take first part of a word and then the second part of a word and blend them together to make a new word like smoke, from smoke and fog. So it's another process of word formation and it's known as clipping. This element of reduction usually takes place when we have a word which is of more syllables, right? So for example, we have a word fax, which is actually taken from the word facsimile, right? So we got the first syllable of the word and started using it. A lot of people very frequently use this word fax without knowing that it is just one part of the longer word. So this occurs when a word of more than one syllable usually begins in casual speech. So obviously a lot of words are coined in this way when we are talking about them in a casual manner. So if you look at this, we use very frequently this word gas, which is basically the first syllable of the word gasoline. Ad, advertisement, how long a word is. Cab, cabriolet. Condo, condominium. Fan, fanatic. Flu, influenza. Phone, telephone. Plane, airplane, right? So you see that in all these examples, we have taken one part, one syllable of the word, a longer word, and then we use them frequently in our day-to-day conversation and without knowing, without giving any thought that they are part of the longer words. Similarly, in English, a clipping of a proper noun is very common. Obviously, it's a very common phenomenon in every language. People use nicknames clipped from the proper names. So English speakers also like to clip each other's names. For example, Ed from Edward, Liz from Elizabeth, Mike from Michael, Ron from Ronald, Sam from Samuel, Tom from Thomas, right? So these are very common words which are used and they are clipped names. Similarly, in educational fields, people, obviously both teachers and students, clip words and they use them very frequently into their day-to-day conversations. For example, we have chem for chemistry, exam for examination, gym for gymnasium, lab for laboratory, math, mathematics, poli-science, political science, prof, professor, typo for typographical mistakes, right? So these are very common words in educational field. Similarly, another aspect of clipping is hyperchorism, a particular type of reduction favored in Australian and British English. This is a very common practice, hyperchorism, in which we clip the part of the word and add IE to it or Y to it. For example, a longer word is reduced to a single syllable, then Y or IE is added to the end. For example, we have movie, very common word we frequently use, which is basically moving pictures, tele for television, Aussie for Australian, Barbie for barbecue, brekkie for breakfast, hanky for handkerchief. So clipping is a very common process in every language. Is through this language we make certain reductions in the words, and generally this happens when the word is of more than one syllable, is a longer word, and in casual speech we reduce the word, we clip the word, we take the first syllable of the word and start using it. We clip the first syllable of the word and start using it as a complete word with the complete meaning of the original word.